Maybe I'll share my screen. So question number 1, we label our P's and Q's. Engine will not run, that's P. It is without electricity, that's Q. And then I come down to the next sentence and I see the engine will not run again. But it's got a period, right? So I've taken that sentence and I've separated it out. So what I need to do is take the Q and separated it out into a sentence. So which answer choice is just the Q part of that sentence? A, B, C, or D? Hey, that is for sure correct. C is kind of tempting because it kind of says the same thing, but it doesn't have the exact same words, right? This says the engine does not have electricity. The engine is without electricity. These two things are the same. In question number 2, I want to find the length. Oops. The length of LK. So I don't really care about, oh, where's my mouse? Oh, it's over on my other screen. I don't really care about point M. I want to go from K to L. So we can do the face. X minus X squared plus Y minus Y squared. Right? Got my X and my Y, my X and my Y. So negative 9 minus 6. Make sure you put it in parentheses before you square it. And then negative 5 minus 3 squared. Or you can make this right triangle and count up and over. So either way you do it, let's do it this way. Negative 9 minus 6 more is negative 15. And negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. Don't forget the squareds, and I think you end up with 17. Questions on that? It's pretty straightforward calculating, right? A lot of times we get really good at distance, we get really good at midpoint, and we forget about slope. What's the slope formula? Is it rise over run or run over rise? Did I do it correctly? Yeah, and how do I rise? On the X's or the Y's? I have a coordinate plane. I have X's and I have Y's. So I rise on the Y and I run on the X. So I've got to do Y minus Y over X minus X. My Y's are 7 and 3, so 7 minus 3, and my X's are 5 and negative 3. 5 minus negative 3. Got to be careful about that. So 7 minus 3 is 4, and 8 minus negative 3, or 8 plus 3, or 5 plus 3 is 8. 4/8 reduces to 1/2, and that's my slope. Okay. The next one is kind of the Mac Daddy question. These are the ones we struggle with all year long. I've got a pair of lines A and B, right? What's the relationship between those pink angles? They are corresponding. Are corresponding angles congruent? They are. So corresponding angles should be congruent. So A is parallel to B, right? What about these blue angles down here? This one and this one. What's their relationship? They're connected by D. What's their relationship? Are they on the same side or are they alternate? Are they inside or outside? Outside. So they are alternate exterior. Alternate exterior. They look like they're congruent because they have congruent marks. Should they be congruent? Are alternate interior or alternate exterior angles congruent? Yeah, so they show that A and B are parallel, right? But we've got a couple more matches that we can look at. If I look at C and D, what's the relationship between the green angles? Are they same side or alternate? Same side, they're both to the right of line B. Are they inside or outside of the parallel lines? They're exterior. So these are same side exterior. Same side angles should be supplementary, and these say congruent. So those lines are not parallel. We've got one more pair of angles. These guys. What's their relationship? Do the orange angles have a relationship? They're alternate because one's on the right of line A and one's on the left of line A. Are they interior or exterior? Or do you have one of each? You have one of each. So if you have one of each, that's not one of our patterns. The orange ones are not related. So if we go back to the beginning, and you really do have to go through all of these steps, we looked at the two pink angles that were corresponding. They were supposed to be congruent, and they were marked congruent, so A and B are parallel. We looked at the two blue angles, and the blue angles are alternate exterior. They should be congruent. They're marked congruent, so A and B are for sure parallel. But then we looked at the green angles. The green angles were same side exterior. They should be marked supplementary, same side supplementary. They're marked congruent, so those lines are not parallel, C and D. It doesn't matter what this picture looks like. You've got to prove it to yourself. Okay, same thing in those pink slides that we were doing last night in class, and hopefully everybody did for homework. Slide 5. I know we have not done a lot of constructions, but we should be able to eliminate answer choices based on the vocabulary or the picture of what we see. So let's start with that. What can I eliminate based on that picture? What is it definitely not? It's not congruent angles because I only have one angle. What else is it not? It's not congruent segments because I've got an angle. So between angle bisector and perpendicular bisector, what can I eliminate? What's bisector mean? To cut in half. What's perpendicular mean? The perpendicular symbol is that upside down T. What do I have when I get that upside down T? What kind of angles? 90-degree angles. Do I have any 90-degree angles? No 90-degree angles there, guys. 90-degree angles are marked with that box. If it's not marked, then you don't have it. This is an angle bisector. We have drawn in all of these marks with our compass. And what we have is ACE is congruent to BCE. Those two angles are the same, an angle bisector. Okay? How'd everybody do on that? Did we do great? Kind of, sort of, maybe? Everybody's just